Hey, I'm Danny with Metro Water Filter of the South, and today I'm going to show you how to understand the function of your SXT control valve. And what we'll do today is we'll go through its functions and its features so that you know how it operates. What we're looking at here is the display of a Fleck 5600 SXT control valve. And what we have here on the display, if you look in the lower left-hand corner, we have a faucet with what appears to be water running out of that. This image is the icon for our service position. So as long as you see that faucet, you know that the filter is in service and it is treating your water. If you do not see that faucet, that's going to warrant a phone call to reach out to us so that we can determine why the filter is not in service treating your water. So always be sure that when you're looking at the display, you always see the faucet with this little water coming out, because this is our service icon indicator. Now, the filter is going to show you two displays here with a series of numbers. One is the time of day, and then the other display is going to be a specific number. And what the time display, the reason why that is so critical is that we want this filter to regenerate at a very specific time during the day, usually when you're least likely running water. Because when this filter goes through its regeneration cycle, it's going to put itself in bypass, because the activity that goes on inside of this tank, we do not want this coming in the house. So we want to be sure that it regenerates at the least likely time you're going to be up running water. So most of the time, we're programming these units to regenerate sometime in the middle of the night, usually around 2 o'clock in the morning. So just determine when you think least likely you're going to be running water, and that's the time when you want to set this filter to regenerate. So here's how we're going to do that. You're going to go into the user program mode. And to accomplish that, you're going to approach the arrow up and the arrow down button. You're going to push in both of these buttons in for 5 seconds, 5 long seconds. You know, your 1/1000, 2/1000, until the display changes. So you'll see that the faucet icon has disappeared. In its place, we have a flashing pencil with a ... That is our editing icon. And the information at the top here is 2 letters. That is DO. And so the first item on the menu for the user program is our day override. So here it's indicating a 3, which means that every 3 days, this particular unit is going to regenerate. So to advance through that menu to get to the time of day, we're going to go to our extra cycle button. And that's this button with the 4 arrows in a circle. All we have to do is simply press the button. And when we do, it's going to change the menu. Now we have an RT in the upper left-hand corner. That is our regeneration time. And as you can see on the display, it's showing 12 a.m. Because if it was in the PM mode, up here in the upper right-hand corner, you would see a PM. If it's AM, it's simply blank. So let's say that you determine that you're not running any water at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm going to take my arrow up button and I'm simply going to advance the time of day until I get to 2 o'clock in the morning. If you go past, just use your arrow down and send it back. Now we have the regeneration time at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now this specific unit that's displayed here has a 55-minute backwash. So when you're setting the time of day, be sure that this unit is going to complete its cycle before you're up running water. So if you think that you're going to be up sometime after 3 o'clock, just be sure that the clock is set so that you're not up running water when it is going through its regeneration cycle. So to advance out of this menu, we're simply going to take the cycle button and push it again, and we're out of the user program mode when the faucet icon reappears, which puts the filter back in service. We have other units that will regenerate for up to 92 minutes, like our conventional ion exchange water conditioners. So be in mind When is it that you think you're going to run water? Just be sure you've given the filter ample time to complete its function before you're up and running water. Because if you're running water while this unit is running through its regeneration cycles, we're going to run through a couple of issues. One is, this is an appliance that uses water. It's discharging water like a dishwasher or a washing machine. And so it's going to use some of your water pressure. And so it's going to compete with whatever else you're running in the house. The second problem, and this is more critical, is that when this filter is regenerating, it is in a bypass position. So any water drawn into the house while this is regenerating, and the water is untreated. And we'll end up receiving some of our deposits or our old symptoms will return that were there prior to the installation of the system. Now, setting the time of day, again, it's very simple. We want to be sure if we're in the AM or the PM, and right now it's showing 10:34 AM, which that is the current time of day. But if you needed to retard the time for falling back, you could simply take the arrow down button to change the time of day, and I could simply run it down to 9:34 AM. And as you hold it, it goes faster. So if you go beyond, it's not a problem. Just use the arrow up and advance it back. And now you have the 9:34. Give it about 5 seconds. You'll see the TD time display disappear, and it will simply revert back to its service position. And there's our faucet icon indicating that it is in service. I hope this video has been helpful. And if it has, please like and subscribe down below. And if you have any questions, you can reach us at 888-604-8043 or reach us out on the web at metrowaterfilter.com. And always remember, it's of the South.